return to the stage has been seen on Masters of Illusion, on the CW's Don't Blink. He is also the producer of this show. So give him some fucking love, otherwise none of us would be here. So give it up for William Draven, everybody!
Hello! No. I'm turned on. It's all right. It's like you've seen this one before. Steve! Chris, what did you put them up to this? No. I do not have enough time to explain that joke. That is a shame. I've only got 15 minutes, knock it off. Stay and take a nap. I will eventually, one of these days, explain that joke to you guys. It is. Are you quite done?
You all right, Steve?
Steve, you're amazing.
The entire show has just gone sideways. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to show you guys the very first magic trick I ever learned how to perform. This is to honor my mom and my dad who put up with this shit for 18 years. Yeah, you can applaud that shit. My very first magic show was in my parents' basement. I was about 8 years old. My dad had built me a nice little stage from his wood shop. And I had probably, 8, maybe 10 of my best friends gathered around down that basement. We were sitting on folding chairs, eating triangle sandwiches. We were drinking soda and popping chips. I walked out on stage, I held aloft my magical cards, and I counted down for my audience of friends, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards. And as my friends looked on in awe, I took one of my cards, put it in my magic box, and then I counted back, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards. My friends pumped their fists in the air, they said, "Draven, that's amazing!" You guys almost got the cue right. I'm impressed. The cue, though, is when I say my friends pump their fists in the air, Draven, that's amazing. But that's okay. I'm going to give you guys another chance to get that cue right. I'm a giver. So I was 6 years old in my parents' basement. First time I'd ever done a magic show. And I had, 20, maybe 35 of my best friends gathered around there, sitting on folding chairs, eating triangle sandwiches, drinking soda and popping chips. I walked down stage, held aloft my magical cards, and I counted down for my friends, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards. As my friends looked on in awe, I took out 1 card and 2 cards, throwing it into my magical box. I then counted back, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards. My friends pumped their fists in the air and said, "Draven, that's fantastic." I had every single person except you. Front row. I know you're looking at Steve. I get it. I would be looking at him too if he was laying sprawled like that. And to be fair, the only reason why I don't like Steve the Chair is that he gets more ass than I do. Alright? Let's be real. But I like you guys, so I'm going to give you a chance to get this really right. We're going to do this one more time. One more time. I was 3 years old. My parents' basement. I had 400, maybe 500 of my best friends gathered around. Sitting on triangle sandwiches, eating folding chairs, drinking soda, popping chips. I walked down the stage, held aloft my magical cards. I then counted down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards. I then took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards, into my magic box. I then counted back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. I put my fist in the air. My friend said, Draven, that's amazing. Thank you. So, right? Magic is fun. You guys want to know the one trick my brother hated? Why not? I come from a large family. I have 5 older brothers. I'm the baby of the family. And my brothers did not believe in magic nearly as much as I did, especially after I started learning how to do it. But we came from the Midwest. We came from Troy, Ohio, which is a little corn-fed town in the middle of nowhere. So we were poor. We didn't really have a lot of money. I had to learn how to do magic with things I could find around the house. So I started off with just a paper lunch bag, and I would grab the ketchup bottle out of the kitchen, throw that in the bag. I go with my brother, I say, I can make the bottle disappear. I'll bet you $1. I can, because $1 to a 5-year-old is impressive. Bet you $1 can make that bottle disappear. My brother would say, okay, what do you got, Will? It's gone. It's back again.
You're awesome!
Why couldn't I be related to you guys? You are far more supportive than he ever was. Because he said the bottle's not really disappearing. You're just keeping the bottle in the bag. I said, no, I will get that $1 from you. I will prove to you that I can make that ketchup bottle vanish. Watch. Gone.
That's amazing!
Bring it back!
Right? He wasn't impressed by that. He said, Draven, you're just holding the bag by the bottom edges. The bottle doesn't actually vanish when you turn it over. You're holding on to it. All you're doing is snapping your fingers. I'm not giving you $1 for that shit. I said, no, it's really gone, bro. Look, it's gone. He says, no, it's not. I said, fine. We'll do something else. Excuse me, I'm stripping my mic off.
Take it off!
You do not want me to take my clothes off.
Yes, we do!
I am blessed with many talents. Stripping ain't one of them.
Do it!
I'll tell you what, I'm making it. Would you rather me take my clothes off?
Yes!
Or do you want me to teach you guys how to do a magic trick?
Close off! Take it off!
I have lost complete control of this show. I'm going to teach you guys how to do a magic trick because I believe that every sibling should be able to annoy their family with stupid magic tricks. So to do this, and you guys are all cosplayers, so you should be familiar with how to construct something. All you need, it's a simple construction, you just need to get yourself a piece of cardboard or a you can use foam core for this if you really want to. It just has to be rigid. You're going to use yourself a magic marker because that's what puts the magic in the trick. Use a magic marker. You're going to draw yourself 3 dots on the front side of that board. You're going to flip it around to the back side. You're going to put 4 dots on the back side. Make sure the front dot has got 1. Make sure the back's got 6. Did I go too fast for you?
Yes!
I'll slow that down. Front side's got 3, back side's got 4, 1 side on the front and 6 on the back. You're probably confused as hell right now.
Yes.
Let me explain to you how this works. I told you I would teach you how this trick is done because I want you to annoy your family. So, this trick works on a principle called negative space, all right? You don't actually have 3 dots on the front side, you have 2, okay? So if you cover the negative space with your hand, your mind sees 3 dots. Meanwhile, if you cover the 1 dot and leave the negative space open, the mind only sees 1 dot. Likewise, on the back side, I'm pretty sure you can figure what's going on out here. You don't got 4 dots, you actually have 5 dots. Okay? So if you cover the bottom dot like this, the mind sees the negative space, registers 4 dots. If you cover the negative space, the mind sees 6 dots, and that's how this trick works, right? So you can do this with anyone at the house. I understand that some of you may have been drinking alcohol. This is a common side effect. Right? Now, this is a common side effect. You can never let the audience see that hidden dot, because if they see that dot and you see that dot, now we really have problems. It's not imaginary anymore. Now, it might be the alcohol, it could be the illusion, it could be the magic, but if you focus your attention right there in that negative space, you can almost swear you see the moment when that dot hits. Now, that's all fantastic. However, I have not figured out where the 10 dots come from. Blows my mind too.
The world's not real.
You guys want one more? Ladies and gentlemen, this is how I closed my act in Las Vegas for 6 months when I was performing at the Artisan Hotel on the north side of the Strip. In my show, I like to leave the audience with something to think about, because magic is all around us. Magic is real. It's in the smile of your best friend. It's in the birth of a newborn child. It's in the changing of the seasons, or it's even in the camaraderie and the friendships that we share, the bonds we share with each other on special moments like conventions. Magic is all around us. And this is my tribute to helping people remember that. This is a life story. It's a story about life. It's a story about us. Who are we? What defines us? I believe that we are composed of our thoughts, our dreams, our memories. Just like this wooden frame encloses all the pieces of this ancient puzzle, so too do we store all of our defining elements perfectly inside of us, leaving no room for anything else. Each aspect of the mind represented by a piece of this puzzle. The yearning for freedom. The love of a cool breeze as it blows against your face. The love of a nice home-cooked meal prepared by loved ones. Perhaps true love's first kiss. Or the memory of a dear friend tragically departed too soon. Or even the wild and joyous anticipation of your favorite anime convention. People say that it takes a lifetime to master the game of life and to ultimately discover oneself. Fortunately for us, we don't need that long tonight. Because for us, it is enough to know that we will always be capable of being whole once again. And that is exactly the point in time in which which life chooses to challenge us, presents to us a new problem, a new solution that needs to be solved. Order becomes chaos, and a new perspective can help us. And as we learn to embrace these changes and we accept who we are, all of a sudden we find it easier that our life returns to order. Don't take these moments for granted, because life does catch back up with us and present a larger problem. But by now, you and I have learned exactly what to do, and we find making adjustments easier and returning our life back to order simpler. And just as this puzzle encompasses all the pieces, so too are we filled to the very frame of our existence by our hopes, our dreams, and our memories. Ladies and gentlemen, each person's framework fits us perfectly. My name is William Draven. I wish you all the best of success as you attempt to solve your own puzzle of life. You ready for more magic? You ready for more burlesque? Your host, Miss Vixen DeVille.